Hello, Matt here from RetroOnly.com. Today we'll be talking about why Super Mario Bros. U freezes. Before we dive into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Have you ever been playing a game and in the middle of the game it lags, or worse yet, it completely freezes? I'm pretty sure probably everyone has had to deal with this sort of thing in some form or another. One question many Nintendo fans are asking is, why does Super Mario Bros. U freeze? Super Mario Bros. U freezes because of several reasons, such as the disk freezing, read errors, memory errors, etc. This problem also normally occurs when your system is not updated. If you want to know how to fix the Wii U when it's freezing while you're playing Super Mario, you'll want to keep watching the rest of this video. So, what fixes the Wii U when it freezes? Many people have tried a variety of different methods to try and solve this issue. Some have even blamed it on the games, but this is normally not the case. It is normally only a software bug that pops up from time to time, and can be removed by just updating your console to a new and better version of the software. Many players have noticed that the Super Mario Bros. U game freezes. And normally this happens after owning the game for a little while. So next we will discuss exactly why this happens. One of the primary reasons for this issue is that the disc will become scratched, which causes an issue when the system tries to read the disc. This is one of the main problems when people experience freezing on their game. Sometimes the console will also give you some messages about the disc not being able to be read as well. But honestly, there could be many reasons that the game might freeze. Some error messages that some people have seen are the disc could not be read, invalid disc inserted, and the disc might be dirty. If you've come across the freezing problem along with any of these messages, you can probably quickly solve the issue. To solve this issue, you'll need first to eject the Super Mario Bros. U disc. After removing the disc, you should then reboot or restart the Wii U console. Next, you'll want to turn off the console, and after a little bit, you'll start it back up again. I normally recommend waiting a few minutes. Make sure that the Wii U is placed in a perfectly level place. Next, you can insert the game to start the game back up. If the game just randomly froze, it will be fixed by resetting the console and letting it sit idle for a few minutes. If this did not fix your issue, you may need to check out the official Nintendo website where you can talk with an expert about the issue. Sometimes, the memory buffer error that causes the game to freeze at a certain point will happen. And for some reason this happens mostly when Luigi starts a level. If you are unable to find any solution, then you can contact the customer support at Nintendo. Other than freezing, you will need to remember that the Wii U games are bound to regions. These specific region games will not be able to be played in some other area. Therefore, you will need to be careful what region games you purchase. Super Mario Bros. U is an extended version of Mario Bros. That has tons of advanced features. It has pretty good graphics, and it is available for the Nintendo Wii U only. Since it's a franchise of Nintendo, they had developed this game only for their Nintendo consoles. Although there is no official agreement of this game with any other platform, you can still see it on many different consoles and gaming devices. However, those are not official copies, as Nintendo has only developed this game for its platform. Sometimes a game will freeze because of a lack of memory requirements. If you are trying to play this game on less memory space than the required amount, then it is more likely to freeze. This is because you are trying to load more graphics on less memory, which will ultimately create a problem. The main issue that a lot of people run into is the game's main screen locks up and freezes while loading the Super Mario Bros. U. When it's frozen, it obviously cannot be played, and the device gets stuck. And most of the time, even the power button fails to operate when it's frozen like this. Sometimes when it's frozen, you'll hear a buzzing noise coming from the machine, although most people won't. When this game freezes like this, the touchpad also freezes, and even when the game is turned off, the screen will normally remain on. Many people try to solve this issue by just shutting it down and restarting. Some people even try to fix this issue by unplugging the entire console. However, this is not the only method to try and solve it. Next, we will discuss the best way to solve the issue of the loading screen freezing. Most people think that this issue is from the game not working or because the game disc has a scratch, but that is often not the issue. Most of the time, it's simply a software issue. This happens because you're trying to play the game on an earlier version of the software on your device. Although it may seem like a simple fix, all you have to do is update your console and the issue will normally go away. This issue is easily fixed, although most people just skip updates, not thinking that they are that important. They actually are. Once you install the newest software and restart the game, you should notice that this problem will not occur again. Although most people have at some point had an issue with Nintendo's games freezing on them, they still love them and enjoy playing them. Although not every freezing game is caused by the software issue in the console, it is the majority of the issues. The other reason games do not work is the fact that the games that you put into the console are scratched, and so they won't work properly. Scratched discs cause all sorts of loading problems, and is not Nintendo's fault at all. Although if you do come across an issue, Nintendo customer service is always standing by to help all of their customers. Nintendo has great customer support and is always ready to help whenever they are needed, but if your disc is scratched, they can't really help with that. Conclusion: now that you know why the game freezes and how to fix it, you can get back to playing your games. Although not everyone will experience freezing during their games, it is probably the most common issues among gamers everywhere. There are millions of stories of gaming consoles freezing and games lagging that have even cost people money and winning on a game that they were betting on. If you've never had a game lag or freeze on you, you are definitely one of the luckiest gamers around, as this is a very common problem with all consoles. Since you now know how to fix the issue, and the game is hopefully back to working again, you can get back to playing. Hopefully, now that it is fixed, you will not have any problem with your Super Mario game freezing up again. This has been Matt from RetroOnly.com. Please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel.